Hey, what's up, guys? This is Fulhelmlord24, your host, coming at you with a discussion about the future ban list coming up this March. Yes, it's that time already. It seemed just like yesterday the previous ban list came, and now we're approaching where everyone's in a panic to try to get rid of cards they feel may get banned or may get limited. So I'm just creating this video basically to talk to you guys about some of these cards that I personally think may get hit on the ban list, may be brought back from the ban list, may be affected in general by the ban list. A lot of these cards I'm gonna talk about weren't only my predictions from people that I've heard talk about it, and some of them are from my own personal predictions of what the ban list is gonna be. I by no chance am 100% sure that these cards are gonna be banned or limited, so don't take my word for it, guys. I'm just saying what I think. Just let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate, subscribe. Leave comments. Tell me if I'm right or wrong about anything. Give me your opinions, and hopefully you guys can contribute and let me know some cards I might have missed. This video might be a two-part segment. It depends on how long it runs. I have quite a few cards to go through, and I have even more I want to talk about that I probably won't have the time to. So yeah, let's get going on it. So the first card I want to talk about is Tour Guide from the Underworld. Everyone pretty much knows this card right now. It's predominant in the meta right now. A lot of decks are running it. Back when it first came out, no one really thought it was going to be that amazing. People thought mainly it was good for Dark World to grab Brow, but other than that, it wasn't that great until people started realizing that it was going to bring a Levier out, it was going to teching in plants, it was going to teching in so many decks, and people just started wanting it. The demand was high, and the prices jumped, and now you have Tour Guide the way it is now. Personally, I think that Tour Guide is an instant +1 if your opponent doesn't have any reaction to it, and especially if it's first turn. It basically it grabs Sandgame, so even if your opponent drops Maxi or something, you can just sit on Sandgame and Tour Guide and just wait it out and wait till your opponent runs over Sandgame and you still get a +1. So I think that Tour Guide is a really good card. I don't really think it's broken. I think it's just a very competitive card that I think needs to be in line a little bit. So my personal opinion, I think it should be semi. Some people are saying it should be limited, and their justification is because they have Tour Bus, which is a perfectly fine target for it to grab, and they have also Sandgame to grab. It kind of makes sense, but bring it down to one kind of makes it inconsistent and kind of not pointless to run, but it really hurts the consistency of bringing out level 3s. I mean, personally, a lot of level 3 exceeds are really broken right now, so I could see Konami doing it, but I really think bringing it to limit would really hurt. I think it's a little unnecessary to bring it down to limit, but that's just what I think. Next card is Maxi. A lot of guys are running this in the meta right now. It's a great card. It speeds a lot of decks up. It helps counter decks that like to swarm really fast and then try to lock your opponent down. Deck perfect example for that would be Rescue Rabbit, where first time they go Rabbit, they bring out two Sabrosauruses, and then they'd exceed for Lagia or Dolka and set 4 back row and then end your turn, and they just control you from then on. And I feel that if you have Maxi with your hand, when they do that, either you stop your opponent from going off and setting up like that, or you draw cards to counteract what their setup is. So I think Maxi is a great card. I think it helps counter a fast format, but depending on what Konami chooses what to do with the format, depends on what the fate of Maxi is. For example, if they want to slow the format down a little bit, then probably they're going to end up hitting Maxi or leaving it alone completely. Simply because the need for Maxi will go down, meaning there's really no point of hitting it since a lot of people won't be running it. Maxi overall is a really good card, but if you play around it, it can be totally, you can give your opponent a -1, but that's if you don't know how to play Maxi. If you know how to play Maxi, you always get a +1 on it, or at least a break even. But I think that at the most that Konami would even touch it would be semi-limited. I really don't think limited would be necessary for Maxi. It's a good card, but not broken in any way. Next card I want to talk about is Sandgame. Again, going off of what I was talking about Tour Guide, it's a free grab from the deck. You can just sit on it and wait till your opponent runs over it, and it searches out any monster 1500 or less from your deck. Again, it's a lot of cards this format. If you're running plants, you can grab Effect Veiler, Debris, Lone Fire, Dandelion, any card you really want from your deck. It almost searches out your entire deck. So that itself makes it a really good card. With Tour Guide grabbing it from the deck so easily, it kind of makes me want to believe that Konami might actually go as far as to actually, banning it this format. I don't see how it's going to go with this format. I mean, Sangame's been around for a very long time, and I really don't see why they would ban it, but it is definitely a possibility with Tour Guide around, and I wouldn't be completely surprised if that happened. Next card I want to talk about is going off the plants, is Dandelion. Yes, Dandelion. This card's an amazing card back in the day, still is now. It revolved around a lot of decks when it milled. Nowadays, decks don't surround about milling that much. It's more about swarming, setting up and controlling your opponent. But Dandelion's still used in a lot of plant decks. I think that Dandelion is a great card, but its ability to plus with tokens can be a little ridiculous. I think its balance, its formula got limited, but people speculate that Dandelion might get banned. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Dandelion's actually going to get banned? I mean, if they do, I can see a couple things they can do to compensate plants for the loss of Dandelion. Because right now, honestly, plants, they don't need, Dandelion. They don't need it. They don't mill as much. So losing Dandelion, it would definitely hurt, but I don't think it would kill the plant deck. I think plants are still very solid. It's still a meta deck, and I think it can really survive. If they do end up banning Dandelion, I think they're definitely going to bring Debris Dragon back to 2. Simply because Debris, the main reason why I feel it got limited was because it was able to spam Black Rose way too easy. It was very annoying for you to get your field nuked by Black Rose and your opponent have 2 tokens on the field. It was just way too good at generating +1s, and it was very annoying being able to blow up the field whenever you want. Again, it's attributed to Black Rose going back, to 3, and I think that Debris at 3, Semi, wouldn't be that broken. I think it would help the deck out a lot. I think it'd make plants a lot more consistent, even though they're consistent enough as it is. I think that happens to Dandelion, that's what's going to happen. Next card I want to talk about is Dark Arm Dragon. A lot of people are in fear that Dark Arm format's going to come back, worried about Dad coming back to 2. I think that it is a possibility Konami might bring it back to 2. We have a lot of things nowadays to stop Dad, though. People are freaking out. We have Warning, and if Dad probably goes to 2, they're probably going to bring back Royal Oppression or something. They're not just going to let Dad go rampage and run loose. They're not that stupid. They've already made that mistake once having, Dad run free with Dad format. They had the emergency ban list and everything. I really don't think they're just going to let Dad come back at 2 with nothing to compensate for it. No, I think they're definitely going to make up for something if they do bring it back to 2. Next card I want to talk about is Gorz, the Emissary of Darkness. I've heard that people saying it might come back to 2 for a variety of reasons. One, there are a lot of beat sticks this format, and a lot of them bigger than Gorz. So, for example, BLS. So bringing Gorz out, it does require your field to be completely clear. So yeah, it's a nice endgame card when you only have 1 card in your hand and it's Gorz. But when you have a crap load of cards on your field and you have Gorz in your hand, it's kind of dead. Another reason why I think they may bring Gorz back to 2 is simply because of Chainburn deck that's been really popular nowadays. I'm not saying Chainburn is broken or it needs to get hit or anything, but I'm saying is that we don't have that many suitable cards to really stop Chainburn. We have cards like Barrel Behind the Door, Blackwing Dragon. Like no one even runs that nowadays. So or even ever ran that. So I think Gorz at 2 would also compensate for burn decks. I don't think they're really an issue right now, but it can be another reason for them bringing it to 2. Next card I want to talk about is Book of Moon. I'll show you guys real quick if you guys don't know. Book of Moon was at 3 a couple formats back, and it was ridiculous. You'd be able to stop all your opponent's plays, stop them from synchroing. Nowadays, you stop them from Exceed Summoning, stop them from attacking, a lot of stuff. So Book of Moon was really good. It's still good this format, even at 1. I don't think they should touch it. I think it's fine at 1. Bring it to Semi. Would be way too good. And just Unlimited would just be retarded. I don't know why they would even think about bringing Book Deck 3. It's just way too good. And yeah, time's running out right now. I don't want to make this video too lengthy. So I'm going to leave the remainder of the cards for a next video. Look out for that. I'll probably post it up. Probably record right now and post it up maybe tonight. Tomorrow, or because I'm so damn lazy and forgetful, I might just post it up right after this video. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. This is Fulhelmlord24. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. I got binders up, deck profiles. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace, guys.